Let's get into it today, man. Let's get straight
So,
to it. Let's get down to business. Perfect. Well, listen, today's title is Why Does Networking Feel Transactional? Even when you're being genuine. Why does this feel icky? Why does this feel like you're trying to sell? Why does it feel like you're trying to get something? Why does it feel like everyone's being fake? Let's break it down. See, because I'm a firm believer, most people don't know what selling is. Selling is something you do for a person, not to a person. The clothes I have on my back, the soap I have right now it's been clearing up my skin a lot lately. All the small things that I love a lot, someone had to sell me on that. I had to buy their idea. And most people don't want to sell. Despite that, networking still feels awkward. Meeting new people still feels forced. Meeting new faces still feels transactional, even when your intentions are good. Why is that? See, after countless networking events, I used to describe myself as an introvert, but listen, if you have a vision, you're going to have to learn how to flip it on and off. Just being honest. That discomfort, it's not about personality, it's about timing. It's about timing. Omar, why do you say that? Here's the real issue. Tran when it comes to being transactional, all of that really appears when the interaction happens before you're familiar. When two people meet without any shared context, without any shared relationship, both of you are subconsciously, meaning below the conscious, conscious, subconscious, meaning it's second to the consciousness, is the two things both of you are asking is, what do you want? What's the angle? It's called your amygdala. You have something in your brain called the amygdala, and it handles your fight or flight response. That tension, it exists even if no one intends it. And it's really a byproduct of the environment that causes it. See, certain environments really trigger defensive behavior. If you're in the alleyway, someone can say hi, you're going to be defensive. But if you're in a grocery store, you may still be defensive, right? You just maybe. What I'm saying is the context of where the conversation happens frames it, especially when there's no trust. So when you go into certain environments and it's triggering your amygdala and you're trying to figure out, do I need to fight or flight? And your hippocampus, your emotions are getting triggered, you're getting flared up. All the short encounters, all the unclear expectations, all the high turnover of people, all the implicit pressure to extract value, the brain reads these conditions as risk. This is risky. Am I safe? So you know what happens? People posture up. They put on their armor. They put on their poker face. They perform. They pitch. They guard. They're doing this the whole time. Yeah, yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, wow, what do you do for work? Awesome, awesome. They're not saying this, but this is what they're doing. Subconsciously, they're doing this, and you feel it. You can feel it. Your intuition, you feel it. So how do we change it? We talked about the problem, but how do we change it? That this right here turns into this when people interact repeatedly and there's not pressure to immediately transact, where the value isn't being evaluated in real time. In those settings, curiosity, Brian Grazer has a great book. He worked in Hollywood called Curiosity, a Curious Mind. Brene Brown talks about it in Dare to Lead. Vulnerability goes hand in hand with curiosity. And when curiosity replaces the caution, the helping starts to feel more natural because it's no longer a negotiation. No one wants to be sold, but everyone wants to buy. That's why John Maxwell says the first law before you get into content, before you get into conviction, is connection. No one cares if you're the expert. You're not building a case on your subject matter. You're opening a relationship. And you do that by showing up curious, by walking up to the newest individual and say, hey, listen, I love your hat. Hey, listen, I love the way you carry yourself. I love your energy. I love the way you communicate. You give a compliment. Because every person you meet, they have this on their forehead, make me feel important. MMFI. No one remembers what you said, but everyone remembers how you made them feel. And when you lead with curiosity and you give people a choice, give them a chance for their voice to have some value, they're going to connect with you. So when you do that for the next 5 events you go to, the next 5 conversations, watch how different your conversations are. When you lead with a compliment and you lead with an open-ended question. If you're at an entrepreneurship event, ask them, hey, listen, I see you're building a lifestyle while creating impact. What got you started on your journey? What's one or two hidden gems that changed the game for you? Who do you know that I should know? There's a great book, Great Leaders, Good Leaders Ask Great Questions, John Maxwell. You should study that book. It will change everything. So if networking feels transactional, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because most environments that the networking is occurring in, they force intimate interactions before trust has time to exist. Change the environment, and the feelings will change with it.